if you have any thought process about coming in here and lying about anything, I suggest not even taking the test, because it's not going to work out. So I want to give you fair warning. If there's anything going on that shouldn't be, all you got to do is cause more problems.
No, I don't really have any reason to lie about anything that's going on.
Good deal. Well, I just like to give people. I told you I want to give you. I told you I want to give you a fair opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Right.
I'm afraid it's all over with.
Well, we're well on our way, my man. Well on our way. What are your thoughts or feelings about this incident?
I just wish it would have never happened, and my regrets really go to the family. You know, I'm sorry that it happened, and I wish I could really change everything, but I don't know. It's mainly my feelings are.
Tell me what happened. I read the reports, but tell me what happened that night.
Well, it was my daughter's 18th birthday party, and I was gone most of it. I got home maybe 30 minutes prior to when the incident happened. I was out, you know, fishing and visiting some buddies of mine that night. Got home, sat downstairs, talking to a few people. Heard the bang, which at the time sounded like a gunshot, and then I heard somebody scream. He shot himself, called 911. I picked up the phone, dialed 911.
So you were downstairs when it happened?
Yes, sir.
You didn't see it happen?
No, sir.
Do you know this young man's name?
It was my second time to see him, really ever meet him. I must say it was Derontae or Derontae.
So the truth of the matter is you really don't know him?
No, sir.
Okay. Why do you think someone, if this was a murder, why do you think someone would commit that kind of crime?
I have no idea, because for that to be my second time to meet him, he didn't, I don't know, he was just always kind of outgoing, and I was in a cheerful mood, kind of.
Is there any reason someone would name you as a suspect?
No, sir, unless it was just at my house. But other than that, I've never made any comments. I've never done anything like this before, and really.
If somebody did this, do you think they had a reason to do it?
I can't think of any reason why they would do it, but I hope they didn't do it just for fun or anything, especially at my house. I didn't see anybody doing it. I hope I wouldn't see anybody do it.
How do you feel about being interviewed today?
Well, I guess I never really thought about it. I mean, in a way, I'm kind of glad just so I could get this all behind me and be done with everything, and hopefully shut people up. And, I mean, I agreed to it, so I guess I feel like it should be positive.
Do you think that he was shot, or he shot himself?
I do believe he did shoot himself.
You ever think about doing something like that?
I thought about it, but...
I'm talking about shooting somebody, not shooting somebody.
No. I might have, but I mean, I wouldn't actually do it, but no, I'm not like that. I mean, if it was a life or death situation, that'd probably...
What type of person do you think would shoot somebody if this was a shooting instead of a suicide?
I would say it'd be a low down piece of shit, I guess. I mean, I never really understand the fact of really having to shoot somebody. I mean,
why wouldn't you do something like this?
it's just not me, and you know, I would just as soon fight somebody before I would shoot them. I mean, I don't know. I just couldn't see myself shooting somebody. I'm not that violent. I don't, you know. And I was just taught better not to.
If this determined somebody did shoot that boy, what do you think should happen?
Just whatever the punishment is for a crime, I guess.
Well, do you think they ought to be put in prison for the rest of life, or do you think they ought to be put to death, or what do you think should happen?
I mean, they should definitely pay for it by the maximum of the law, I guess. But like I said, I would really hope.
Do you think the person, if somebody done this, do you think they would deserve a second chance?
No,
Why not?
because he didn't.
If they said if you just admit that you've done something to this boy, and everybody's gonna shut up and this is just gonna go away, would you do that?
No.
Why not?
But I'm not gonna admit to anything I didn't do, or I'm not gonna take the fall for something like this. And I wouldn't expect anybody else to do it.
Have you ever been questioned other than this case for something like this before?
No, sir.
Have you ever been falsely accused of a crime?
No, sir.
Is there anyone you would suspect of having shot this young man?
No, sir.
How do you feel about taking this test today?
I feel pretty good, and
Do you feel better than you did when you first walked in here?
a little bit.
Relaxed you a little bit? What do you think the test results will show?
That I didn't have any involvement in it, and that it was truly a suicide. And I'm pretty sure nobody was involved in it. And I'm not racist. In fact, I was with a couple of black people that night it happened.
You've already talked about what questions that you want to be asked. Who knows you're taking this polygraph test today?
My daughters and my roommate,
Who's your roommate?
Cody Gideon.
Have you talked to a loved one about what happened?
Yeah, I talked to my mom.
Did she ask you if you shot him?
Yeah, she asked me, you know, what really happened. I told her what really happened.
What did she say?
That she was sorry, and for me just to hang in there. And I talked to my dad too, and he pretty much said the same thing.
No, they still live down in Memphis?
Yes, sir.
How did you find your way up here?
I met my wife. Her and my aunt came down, and at the time my wife worked for Human Resources for my family's company. So she came down to Memphis when I lived there, and we met one weekend, and then just started dating. And then,
Rest is history, right?
yeah,
What percentage of the population of the world do you think would do something like shoot another person?
I would hope low. I would say probably I don't know, maybe 25% or lower.
If this boy was shot, how do you think the person that did it feels right now?
Well, I would hope he would feel guilt about doing it, but he probably feels nothing, really.
When you said you didn't do this, were you telling me the truth?
Yes, sir.
Can you give me one good reason why I should believe you? And this is actually written down, I'm not...
Yeah, well, I mean, I got plenty of witnesses to state where I was at and what I was doing at the time. I wasn't anywhere around. And
would there be any reasons why your DNA or fingerprints would be on that firearm?
they never were. I never touched it. I didn't even know he had the gun until they told me.
Who all can eliminate you as a suspect?
I was downstairs in my living room with 4 people, well, pretty much everybody in my house.
Who were they?
One was, there was my daughter and her boyfriend.
What's his name?
Well, I actually had both of my daughters over there. I had, my oldest daughter, Carrie, and her boyfriend, Nathan, were upstairs in Cody's room with Cody. They were just sitting there talking.
Uh-huh.
Zach was the only one in the room with the guy who shot himself. And I was downstairs with 3 of my youngest daughter's friends, but her birthday party was over, so those were the ones that were spending the night. And my daughter was already asleep in her room. And I had 3 of her friends downstairs with me at the time everything happened. And plus the people I was with most of the night.
Have you told anybody that you did this?
No.
Well, Jimmy, we're getting right down to crunch time. I mean, it's getting ready to happen. We got to get these questions ready to go. Now, this is a very important process in this situation, or in this part of the testing, because you're going to help me put these questions together. In fact, you've already provided the information for a lot of them for the profile questions. What day did this happen?
Well, I think it was April 21st. I'm not exactly sure. I think it was the weekend before graduation there. I know it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning. I'm not exactly sure on the date. I want to say it was April.
Let me look at the report here, let's make sure.
It was the week before my daughter's birthday, is what it was. A couple of weeks before graduation. So I want to say the 21st maybe.
Does the 25th sound all right? April 25th?
Yeah, that's about it.
So let me look at the calendar and I'll tell you which day that is.
I remember calling 911. I remember about 3 o'clock in the morning.
That was on a Sunday, April 25th.
Yes, sir.
Is that right then?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So if you were going to refer to this guy, what would you refer to him as? What would you call him?
Some, I don't know, some black kid that was dropped off at my daughter, or that showed up at my daughter's.
So you really don't know his first name or anything?
No.
Okay.
I didn't know it until after all this.
All right, the main issue questions that we have, they were pretty well written before we ever started, because the question is whether you shot Derontae Martin, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to go over these questions. If you don't like them, or you don't think they're fair, or you think that there's going to be a problem with them, I need you to tell me immediately, okay?
Okay.
We will fix them. We will change them. What did I tell you? It's just like Burger King. You can have it your way.
Yes, sir.
All right. So the first question is, regarding you shooting Derontae Martin, do you tend to answer each question truthfully?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The second was, since you don't know him by his name, I'm gonna say, did you shoot that man?
No, sir.
Okay. And you're gonna answer these with a yes or a no, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The next main issue question is, on April 25th, 2021, did you shoot that man?
No, sir.
Pretty to the point, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any problems with those three main issue questions?
No, sir.
Okay, now here comes the questions we know the truth to,
Okay.
that are the control questions. Are the lights on in this room?
Yes, sir.
So that would be a yes, right?
Okay.
Then here comes the profile questions, the questions we've gathered up throughout the entire time that we've been working to show that you're not even the kind of guy that would be involved in something like this, okay?
Okay.
And you've answered some of these questions previously, and so I think we're going to be good. The thing you need to know about a profile question is, if you can answer yes to that question, historically speaking, that means you're the kind of person that would be involved in this sort of thing. But if you have some kind of thoughts about it, let me know. We will change it, because you cannot lie to any question, okay?
Okay.
Prior to 2021, have you ever lied to stay out of trouble?
Yes, sir.
But only in high school, right?
Yes, sir.
So if I said prior to 2021 and since high school, have you ever lied to stay out of trouble? Could you answer that with a no then?
Probably not. Or, like we discussed earlier, I mean, it was one of them white lie things, just stay out of trouble.
But you've never said it, you've never told any serious lies, right?
No.
You never lied to a spouse, never lied to anything like that other than white lies, because you're an honest person, right?
Yes, sir, I'll try to be.
Okay. So if I said other, and since high school and other than what you told me, I'm just going to say prior to 2021 and other than what you told me, because we talked about the times that you lied.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever lied to stay out of trouble?
No, sir.
Okay, good and fair question?
Yes, sir.
All right, so, and you've told me that you're not a violent person, you don't even think about hurting people one way or the other. Before your 46th birthday, have you ever thought about hurting someone?
No, sir.
Perfect. I'm glad you're not the guy that sits around thinking about punching somebody or harming anybody in any way. The next, and that's a good and fair question, right?
Yes, sir.
Between the ages of 18 and 16, have you ever been involved in any criminal activity?
No, sir.
Perfect. I'm glad it's a good and fair question.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you're the kind of guy that don't run around breaking traffic laws or doing things you shouldn't be doing. This is going to work out well. Now here are the questions I talked to you about as far as outside issues.
Okay.
Do you believe I will only ask you the questions we discussed?
Yes,
Because
sir.
I told you I'd go over them all, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the next one is Is there something else you're afraid I will ask you a question about?
No, sir.
Hey, buddy, that's it. That's all the questions you're gonna see here today. All good ones, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any problems with any of them?
No, sir.
All right, we're gonna take a short little break here. I just want you to relax for just a second. We're gonna come back and we're gonna run those charts, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, get this started.
Yes, sir.
Now remember, Jimmy, there's going to be about 25, 30 seconds between each question. May or may not have to repeat a question because that's just sometimes I have to do that.
Okay.
You're going to hear that mouse moving. You're going to hear that keyboard clicking. Don't worry about it. 25, 30 seconds between each question. We're going to take 3 tests. Run a test, take a break. Run a test, take a break, run a test.
Okay.
Okay? If you have any questions or concerns, wait till the test is over to address them with me.
Okay.
If you have some concerns about something, I'll make some notations on the chart, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any problems right now?
No, sir.
Alright. Just want you to close your eyes for a second, just really get mentally focused, alright?
Okay.
Regarding you shooting Derontae Martin, do you intend to answer each question truthfully?
Yes, sir.
Prior to 2021, and other than what you told me, have you ever lied to stay out of trouble?
No, sir.
I need you to hold still. Did you shoot that man?
No, sir.
Before your 46th birthday, have you ever thought of hurting someone?
No, sir.
On April 26, 2021, did you shoot that man?
No, sir.
Jimmy, I need you to hold still. You keep moving your head and moving around. I have to have you hold still.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to repeat that question.
Okay.
Are the lights on in this room?
Yes.
On April 25th, 2021, did you shoot that man?
No.
Between the ages of 18 and 46, have you ever been involved in any criminal activity?
No.
Is there anything else you're afraid I'll ask you a question about?
No, sir.
Just remain still. The test is almost over. Please don't move.
Okay.
Alright, you can relax. Dude, you're gonna have to sit still. Hey, I mean, you're doing this, and I mean, it's making it very difficult.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay, but this next time I need you to really sit still, okay?
I just can't really do it very long with my back and everything.
Just try to get you a little bit of a rest here and relax, okay?
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, we'll start that second chart.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are the lights on in this room?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no, please.
Yes.
Did you shoot that man?
No, sir.
Prior to 2021, and other what you told me, have you ever lied to stay out of trouble?
No, sir.
On April 25th, 2021, did you shoot that man?
No, sir.
Before your 46th birthday, have you ever thought of hurting someone?
No, sir.
Is there something else you're afraid I'll ask you a question about?
No, sir.
Jimmy, I need you to push down on your left foot. Okay. This portion of the test is almost over. Please do not move. You can go ahead and move. Okay. You're moving your feet, okay? And I need you to hold your feet still. Remember me telling you that any movement is going to cause problems?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're moving your feet at various times, and I need them to sit completely still.
Okay.
Jimmy, which one of those questions you think's giving you the hardest problem to deal with? If you were going to pick one.
I guess the criminal activity one, because I really don't know. I mean, I haven't been no major criminal activity, but I mean, nothing really. That and I don't know, I didn't kill him. Or I hurt somebody. I mean, I thought I hurt some people, but I mean, nothing related to this. But I mean, it's just thoughts where I kind of wish I could. Mainly the people that are involved in it.
Well, Jimmy, I don't think you had anything to do with shooting Derontae. But I can tell you those questions about never having committed any crimes, you had issues with that. What?
Well, I mean, nothing like major. It would be, I guess, like, no, I don't know, mainly pot or something like that. That's what I know.
Right.
I never really consider myself to be a big criminal or anything like that.
Well, no, I understand.
I mean, that's why I didn't know really that I mean, nothing like bank robbery or shooting, definitely not shooting anybody.
Sure.
Because I'm not going to throw away my freedom and risk losing not seeing my kids. And that's stupid. And I'm not that major to want to shoot somebody. I really didn't want to be associated with anybody that does.
Sure. If you will, step over there to the last portion of that. I told you we was going to have you sign out, remember?
Yes,
You're
sir.
going to read that part, and if you agree with it, sign it, and I'll give you the date and the time.
Yes, sir.